And they were asking to see Chad Allen one more time, back by popular demand. This is Bell and Howell's today's special. Last 15 minutes of the day, last 15 minutes to shop. It is a 2-pack of really cool touch lamps. You touch them to turn them on, and you touch them to turn them off. Once you touch them, you can also choose from 3 different color modes. You can have a bright white, you can have a daylight, you can have a warm light, and you are getting 2 for less than $25. This is also the deluxe model, which you can put outside. Go ahead, it will withstand the weather and the rain, but how much fun are you gonna have decorating? Because you're not next to an outlet. You don't have to plug it in. There's no cords, there's no cables. You don't even have to put in batteries. They're so much fun to decorate. All you do is choose what color do you want. Gold has been the most popular. Each one is $12.50. It doesn't get any better than this. $12.50 for beautiful, glamorous, modern, stylish lighting. You turn it off, you turn it on, you change the mood, you change the light. So gold, very popular. Our second set is the silver. You can match some of the accessories around your home. You can match your tile, you can match your wood floors, you can match your bookshelves. Here is the black, very cool, very modern. Ooh, that would just be awesome in a study or a bookshelf. White is our most limited. Great for a bedroom, great for a bathroom, great for a baby's room. Yeah, get 2, and Chad Allen is here from Bell & Howell to tell us all about it. We have an exclusive on this one, so no one else has this model. No one else is doing the 2-pack either. So it's like buying one and getting one for $5. Chad Allen, you've been a part of our HSN family for what, nearly a decade?
Since I was 21.
I know.
Now I'm 34,
he's actually
yeah.
never had any other job.
That's true.
Except learning and presenting products here at HSN. So you know lighting. You also studied interior decorating.
That's correct, yeah.
So I think this is probably one of the most beautiful Bell & Howell lamps I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, if you haven't seen we don't have enough room in the graphics, but this is a new category for Bell & Howell. Bell & Howell by Design, where we've hired a whole team of interior designers to make upscale, you know what, for all intents, like our black label. When you're used to buying fashions, you buy the black label fashions when you want the higher end. Bell & Howell is now doing that. It's called Bell & Howell by Design, except what we refuse to do is raise our prices. And so you're gonna see them at the same cost as our regular items, but these are our black labels. So what actually is this? And you're gonna get 2, but I'm gonna show you one. When you first get it home, you just push that button underneath, okay? When you do that, that's what allows the top to work as a touch sensor, okay? Anywhere on the top, there is no button. It doesn't matter if you use a whole hand, 1 finger, or 4 fingers, it doesn't matter. And then what happens is this whole part lights up everywhere where you see white, 360 degrees around, underneath, everything. And so I turn it on the first time, the second time, or the third time gives you the modes, but watch this. If I hold it, it will automatically, and I could use 1 finger also, it dims down to be just a kiss of light. If I do it again, it goes right back up to the full brightness. Why does that matter? Because there's certain places you don't need it to be that bright. Next to your bedside, on the back of the toilet, for the potty decor, as Tracy Kane would say. And this particular lamp is meant to be outside as well. So you don't have to worry or baby it. You could take it outside in the rain, the sleet, the snow, it won't matter. The balcony, the deck, the dock, the patio, anywhere you want. I definitely suggest styling them in 2s, okay? When you put them in 2s, that's the interior design trick. 2s or 3s, never 5s or 7s, okay? And that's how you do lighting. And I want you to probably try to do different heights. So see if you can put one higher than the other, and I think you'll be really successful and look like you paid a lot of money for these when you really didn't. And Sarah, we are okay at Bell & Howell. If you Google to your heart's content the Lexington, you will not find the Deluxe, and you will find the regular, just indoor version at a much higher price.
And that's why we love shopping at HSN, because we just do it bigger and better than anyone else. Here's what's happening. We're very, very busy. In 10 minutes, we're going to launch a new Apple iMac computer. So that means if you want our Totally Bamboo Today special, you got to check out now. If you want the Lexington, oh, the Lexington, it sounds so posh, you got to place your order, check out now. That way you'll have the best customer experience. If you're picking up the Snow Joe, I would place your order, go all the way through the checkout line, complete your purchase, and it's super easy to do. HSN.com, if you're brand new to HSN, you can order over the phone, you can order online, you can go to the app, the HSN app. I always have that HSN app downloaded. right there on my cell phone. I can tap and order. But if you love the idea of adding lighting to bookshelves, to little nooks, to maybe above a cupboard. Maybe it's in a china cabinet. You have a little curio cabinet. Maybe this is your night light for the bedroom, just a soft, soothing light that you can keep on for the kids. Maybe you want a little light in the kitchen when you get up for your little midnight snack. Maybe you want a light outdoors while you're doing some entertaining outdoors. In fact, we're at the fireplace right now, Chad. And what did you do with the fireplace?
Well,
Looks fabulous.
Yeah, the fireplace, the mantle, maybe a curio cabinet or a place in your home. Almost impossible to have an outlet or run an extension cord. And why would you, right? It would look ugly. This is a beautiful, elegant way to do this. Sarah knows this demonstration. If we take them away, I want you to see sort of a before and after. So no lamps.
This is...
Now, there's nothing wrong here, but we can make it a lot better by just putting lamps there. That's
Look,
it, done.
I'm a decorator.
Hello, right? And you can make it, and if you want to match like a warmer light, you can do that. Oh, by the way, they last 7 hours on the brightest setting, which is a significant amount of time. If you hold it and dim it down, just imagine what it does to the battery life, right? Like the less light, the more battery extension. So it's tested on its brightest setting to be 7 full hours. But do you see how the yellow is on dim? But when I click it to the next daylight white, it remembers how I left it. And so if I always like that light,
that's amazing.
It has like a little memory built in.
Okay, we're getting so busy, and you got to place your order now. Now, gold has been the most popular, so if you want the gold, order them right now. I love that it's just the perfect amount of light. Now, do you ever need to replace a bulb?
Never replace a bulb, never replace a battery. It is all ready to go. It's already built in. You do not have to install anything, undo any screws, put batteries in, nothing. It's all ready to go for you. All you do is plug it in, charge it up, and it's good for 7 hours. But they do come with a little bit of a charge already. So you're gonna be able to use them right out of the box. They're ready to go for you if you do need to have a quick dinner party like this. Hello. We have it on our bistro set and our dining table. This could be an inside dining table or an outside dining table. Here's the thing I've been saying all day. The lamps were $25, as we know. How much could this tray have cost, or this greenery? Another 20 bucks, right? So for 45, 50 bucks, you have an entire tablescape, a centerpiece that is significant.
Those are so pretty, by the way. I mean, this looks like something out of a catalog.
It's metal.
This looks like you went to one of the Board or the Restoration or the Elm.
Yeah, look at that.
Or, you know, one of those like fancy, you know, high-end furnishing stores. And I'll tell you what, if you do shop there, I love to look in their catalogs, lighting is expensive.
Yes.
And then, even if you find the right lighting, you maybe have to have somebody install it, you have to get an electrician, or you have to figure out, how do I hide the cord? There is no cord to hide. Everything is freestanding. Also, if you love the idea of having candlesticks at dinner, have you ever tried to, you know, pass the salt over a live flame?
I just saw a social media video where it caught on fire.
Really? Yeah,
yes.
you have to go around the candles to pass the gravy. This is just the perfect size, the perfect height, the perfect amount of light. Once you get them home, you pick from the 3 modes, whether you like the bright white, the daylight, or the warm light. And then once you get it home, you also choose exactly how bright or how dim you want it to be. Here's another little buffet side table. Looks beautiful here.
Yeah, and what I want to point out with this dining table, and then I want to show you the kitchen if we can real fast, but when I'm sitting at this dining table, the light doesn't shine in your eyes. It's shining down and all around. It's not too high where if Sarah's sitting, or your partner's sitting across from you, your pupils won't be dilated because the light is shining directly at your face, which doesn't make for a good evening. And quite frankly, when the light shines down and around, it's more flattering. It's not so, in your face.
It's also easy to have a conversation eye to eye across the table.
Yes.
I was having lunch with a family member the other day, and there was this huge, giant vase of flowers right in the middle of the table. And I had to keep moving it every time we sat down. I was like, I can't even see you and have a conversation.
And so we put 2 here in the kitchen for a purpose of how most customers have always used Bell & Howell lamps and how I use the Bell & Howell lamp. We put 2 there. 1 is just fine in the kitchen, even though 2 looks elegant. But here's how I use mine, and you can do the same way. I have an outlet on my backsplash, and since it's so close to the outlet, I leave it plugged in 24/7. I do not touch it, okay? It's always plugged in, just like you're seeing on your screen, except there would be a plug there. I never have to recharge it. And so if you want to use this as a real corded lamp, you are more than welcome to. There is no harm, no foul, and you can dim them down if it's ever too bright. I live in an apartment, so my kitchen is my entryway.
So if they were off, and I just went into the kitchen to put my hand in the cookie jar, I could walk in, tap the light, get my little midnight snack, hopefully not leave a crumb behind, and then I could just tap it off when I left.
No fuss.
Or you could just leave them on.
Yeah.
For anybody and everyone in your family. If you're stumbling around to try to find, you know, maybe the bathroom in the middle of the night, get your drink of water. They're so pretty anywhere.
You're not finding any buttons. You're not finding any pull switches. You're not twisting anything. You're not nothing like this. And this is a realistic size living room that Sarah and I are in. This table is a realistic size. You know, TV things can be really large because we're in a big space. This is about the size of my coffee table. The diameter of light it throws off when it's off. Look, see now you can't see any light. When I turn it on, do you see the significant amount of light it throws out? If you picked up our Chelsea lamp from July, this is much brighter than that. And so because of the 360 degrees all the way around. Now, if you're thinking of a second set, keep in mind, this is a realistic size living room that you probably would have in your home, and we have 3. It doesn't look overpowering. Behind Sarah's shoulder is a real corded lamp, but a full-size one. Does anything look out of place in this setting? It just matches and blends in.
Yeah.
They're not too big. And they don't like take over the room.
No, they're the perfect amount of light, and you're gonna love this if you already have holiday decor. This is in stock, it's ready to ship. Guaranteed under the tree delivery. If you want these as little gifts, they're perfect. You get 2 for less than $25. One is $20 at retail, and it's not the deluxe model. The regular model is $20. Correct. Now you're getting 2 for $25. So here's what you need to do. Place your order right now because we're going to be very busy in about 4 minutes with our next today's special from Apple. We want you to get this one in your cart. We want you to check out. It's been one of our most popular items on the entire day. We've already sold, does that say 13,000? We're nearly 14,000 gone. Gold is going very, very quickly. It's brand new. No one else has it. Even if you don't even know anything about decorating, this would, I mean, I think it looks beautiful on the back of a piano. It's great as a little bedside table lamp. You know, maybe you wake up in the middle of the night and you're like, wait a minute, where's my glasses? Where's my book? Where's my glass of water?
Yeah.
Just tap your little bedside table
a power
lamp.
outage?
A power outage?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't need power to turn these on or off. That's cool.
Yeah, and you know, candles burn down. You want to light those candles for the romantic evening. You want to light the candle when the power goes out. These can be your emergency preparedness kits and your decorated. You don't need to hire an interior decorator to do this. You can do this yourself. If you pick up a second set, think of maybe the teacher or somebody working at a desk because they can put this in a very small space and it makes a big impact. The mood, the ambiance they can set. But Sarah, I think if you can pick up the gold, you should, because I've never seen a prettier gold. I don't like a yellow gold. I'm very particular. This is like a brass.
Maybe we can turn the lights up just a little bit so you can see that